With just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
That's fine. Yeah.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one and another first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
Hey, check 26.
Snap comes at 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. The toss play to Montgomery. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Whenever I go to a team's practice facility and watch them work, I love to watch the defensive guys in what they call pursuit drills. The ball goes either towards them or away from them. How fast will they respond? On this play, the defensive end responded better than anyone and made a really nice play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. This is caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams from 19 yards away. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. First down. Here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. CD, as Green Bay files their way back out here for offense, what did you take away from that loss that you called last week against Washington?
Wouldn't be surprised if they run the ball a little bit more in the future, try and help out Aaron Rodgers in his knee. Ty Montgomery, he's the number 2 back. The number 1 guy, Jamal Williams. And right now, number 3 is Aaron Jones, but he could rise up because he's so explosive. But it's the guys out wide, normally dependable, weren't as much in this game, mainly Randall Cobb. Uncharacteristic drops, 2 of them. And then Lance Kendricks, their tight end, he had a big drop late in the ball game. That helped stymie their comeback.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
You got it. You got it. Get reset. Hey, easy. Hey, check 26. Jumbo.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Over here. Jumbo. Gun. Hey, check 26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his target. It's Cobb. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
Here we go. 58. Zoom. Jumbo.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham from 10 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make the score 14-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. It got his man, complete. is well upfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Clay Matthews coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Cousins now on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rodgers to throw on second down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Green 18! Green 18!
Rodgers now. Going to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw once more. Being chased out left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Green 18! Jump out!
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give him 30 yards there.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down, Cousins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, I believe that they were in 4-down territory, and that's what they were thinking. But after the loss, I've got to kick the field goal. No way I'm going to go for it in this situation. But you know some of these coaches, they're extremely unpredictable, and they may go ahead and press it.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Now after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
58!
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
We got 3. Zoom, zoom. No.
Here's Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Gun. 3 down. Gun. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Finding some room at midfield. Throw left side complete. It's Montgomery. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Zoom. Hey, check 26.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 13 and also a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
Jump out. Hey, check 26.
Now Rodgers looking to throw on 2nd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Let's go. Come on.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Hey, check 26. Zoom. Watch 88. Look again.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers throwing here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Anthony Barr leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
So what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the Genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tips. So the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. Check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend protecting that. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend protecting that. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over my hairstyle. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my hairstyle. Only take a when I'm dead. Time to gang 3 times on my hairstyle. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a hairstyle. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You a shook one, breathe easy, know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my, strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sound of the police. I'm in deep cover earth, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? They're warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather you need Bucktown. This